Oh, welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April the 4th, 2025. We're going to be doing a outside video because it's not that cold out. I know somewhere next week we're supposed to get snow. So we're having this nice little video outside. I got a clean shave. I got a haircut today. So, and my head's cold because it's cold. It's a little windy out here, but that's fine. That's okay. I will live. But ladies and gentlemen, we got some TNA to talk about, and we found out who will face Joe Hendry at Rebellion, and it surprised me. This thing surprised me big time. But we had this system segment, and on this segment, it's supposed to be a public firing for the system. And Eddie Edwards just asked everybody, are you in? Are you with my vision? Or do you want to keep losing? If you want to keep losing, you give me your ring. And he has JDC, he's in. He has Brian Myers, he's in. And he has Alicia Edwards, his wife, and she says she's in. Give him a little Mako section. And then he was about to ask Moose until Moose got interrupted by Cody Deaner. And then Cody Deaner says, you shouldn't be the one giving the options or the answer. It should be the people's answer. And he says, yeah, the people's right because they want him out of the system. So Deaner says, should he be in or should he be out? They cheer that he should be out. And Moose says, you're right. The fans is right. And then he big booted Cody Deaner, and then he says he's in. He's still in the system, and we heard that everybody in the system now next week has a match. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we had a big announcement. So Stephanie Lander and Mans Warner wants to make a celebration. And how they're going to do the celebration, they're going to do a really nasty makeup kissing celebration. Until Santino made the announcement. He says that the digital media title is going to retire. So no more digital media title. That means Stephanie Lander or Mans Warner is the champion. So what that means, and then he says that on Unbreakable, there will be a new championship called the TNA International Championship. We didn't see the details of the title yet. We don't know what it looks like. And then he says all the qualified matches will be three-way matches. So I know Zachary Wentz is in one, Eric Young, AJ Francis. So there's three qualified matches to make the three match for Unbreakable and to crown a new champion. So yeah, that's that. That's pretty cool. And at the end, there's surprises. So let's talk about the matches here. We got Frankie Kazarian versus Elijah with commentary, Mr. Joe Hendry, to talk about his who he's going to be facing at Rebellion. He doesn't know. But Frankie Kazarian gets the win with the little help of Joe Hendry. He got in the face of Joe Hendry. I think he did something, and then Joe Hendry got angry, and he tried to get involved, and then Frankie Kazarian shoves Joe Hendry into Elijah and then pins him because of the distraction. And then Joe Hendry attacks Frankie Kazarian after the match in the ring, and he wouldn't stop. And then security guards try to stop, and then Elijah grabbed Joe Hendry, I guess a really bad way because he hurt his arm. When Elijah pulled up his Joe Hendry's arm, he looks like he got injured, and he was trying to not move his arm very much. And then the doctor says that you need to go to the hospital. You're injured. You said you can't move your arm, so you need to go to the hospital. Joe didn't want to go to the hospital, but he has to go to the hospital. Sorry about the wind. It is windy out here. Next match of the evening was the Meta Girls versus Spitfire. NXT's Last Legend and Jaraka Jackson versus Jody Threat and no other than Danny Luna. And it was a pretty decent match. I thought TNA is going to win another match, but the winner of that match was NXT's Meta Girls. And they beat the former women's Knockouts World Tag Team Champions Will we see new tag team champions? Will we see new number contenders? Let's say that. Will we see new number contenders to the tag team titles for Unbreakable or for Rebellion? I have no idea. My arm's getting tired. We have no idea. But, yeah, the match was pretty good. Last Legend accidentally punched Jackson, but they still got the win, and they pinned the former champions. The Hardys, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, was out there to talk about the Nibbits and their match at Rebellion for the tag team titles, and they said they're going to destroy them. And then they got interrupted by the Great Hands. And then they said a whole bunch of things, and then the Hardys, and then we have a challenge between the Hardys and the Great Hands. And guess who won the match? It was the Hardys. Mike Satana got a friend of his from the, I forgot what it's called. What does those people do? Addicts. I forgot what it's called. You guys put it in the comments. Tell me what it's called, because I'm blanked. So yeah, he brought a guy there. He was 3 months sober. That's pretty cool for them. 3 months, and he got a job to work for TNA as a producer or one of those staff members. And then he got kidnapped by Mustafa Ali, and he yelled at him, and he spit on him, and he got mad, and all that stuff. Our main event will be Tessa Blanchard teaming up with Fatal Influence NXT stars JC Jane and Jasmine Nix with Fallen Hanley to versus Lee Yang, Zara Brookside, and Masha Slamovich. There was a little cheating in the match, but the winner of that match was Tessa Blanchard's team by doing some trickery. Frankie Kazarian came out and he says that Joe Hendry is hurt and he's going to call his shot at Rebellion on Joe Hendry because he's not 100% because he can't win when the guy's 100%. So we thought that was the match that's going to happen at Rebellion. But the lights went out, and then the NXT's Ethan Page made his return to Impact Wrestling, and he talked about the last time he was in Impact Wrestling, there was no fans there. It changed. But he said he talked to Santino that he will be Joe Hendry's opponent for Rebellion. And Kazarian says that shouldn't happen. Santino is, he called him a name, and then Ethan Page says he signed the dotted line and he's getting his title shot. Ethan Page versus Joe Hendry in a rematch. Remember, those two fought, I think it was NXT No Mercy, for the NXT title. And now they go for the TNA World title at Rebellion. I thought it was Unbreakable, but it's at Rebellion. But we heard, and Frankie Kazarian tried to attack Ethan Page, but Ethan Page took him out. But we heard it would be a three-way match because Frankie Kazarian is going to be cashing in his trophy. So now it's going to be a three-way match for the world title. It will be Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, and Frankie Kazarian. That's going to be big. I'm hoping that NXT does the same thing for TNA. Put some of their wrestlers in their big shows because that's what TNA is doing for NXT. I believe there's a match at Rebellion as well. Fatal Influence will be in the tag team match. 6 women knockouts tag team match with Rosemary, Zaya Brookside, and Lee. So that's going to be interesting too. And we got multiple people that will be in the Ultimate X match. Leon Slater, Matt Cardona, and Hell Del Vikingo. That guy. And I believe there's 2 more spots. Let's see who's going to be in it. Nobody's qualifying. It's all on the internet. You guys can see on the internet to see who's going to be in the Ultimate X match. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown. Rey Fenix makes his debut. We have a last man standing match. We will have Seth Rollins and Roman, somebody being there. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me today. Tyler's out. See you guys tomorrow. And we got Dynasty as well. That's all for me today. Tyler's out. Bye.